This is the Vicente Calderón. This is the second leg of the Copa del Rey quarter-final. Atletico Madrid against Football Club Barcelona. Bruno Bergareche, in terms of Spanish football, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
That's right. Atletico Madrid have come under a lot of criticism for their excessively aggressive football and their style of play, their brand of football, which has been named as being not too pretty. But they've really been a breath of fresh air for Spanish football. They've broken up that duopoly at the top. And as you say, this is probably one of the biggest football matches we can see in Spain right now. And
Jose Maria Jimenez replaces the suspended Diego Godin. It gives Simeone a bit of a problem in central defence. Could be a good opportunity tonight for Luis Suarez of Barcelona to get among the goals. And the Calderón, although not 100% full, does give off the atmosphere of the big occasion. There's a lot of noise and a tremendous reception for the two sides. Atletico, who progressed to the quarter-finals by knocking out Real Madrid. They're certainly got a big ask in front of them tonight to overcome the 1-0 lead that Barcelona bring with them from the first leg, but very, very little between the two sides. Luis Enrique choosing the same starting 11 as last week's game, pretty much the gala 11 for Barcelona. Come over from Villarreal this transfer window, and a lot of eyes in the Calderón on this man, Fernando Torres, back in the red and white shirt, and back at home, really. Football Club Barcelona playing in yellow tonight with that attacking trident, as we said, Neymar, Suarez and Leo Messi. Messi on fantastic form. Presumably Miranda will be playing in the left centre-back position to give the 19-year-old Jimenez the option of playing on his favoured side. Luis Enrique certainly yesterday very concerned about what his side do. Two of the best teams in Spain, two of the best teams in Europe, and Barcelona get it underway. And the Calderón is a cauldron of noise. One or two problems for Jordi Alba. He plays it back to Mascherano, playing in central defence again today. Barcelona approach over the last few years. Mascherano sending it along. Atletico starting with that high pressure. And there's a chance for Torres. He gets it around Mascherano, and he gets it in the back of the net. 40 seconds gone. Fernando Torres does it again. The comeback kid. Atletico 1, Barca 0. You cannot believe this story of Fernando Torres in the cup. You couldn't write it if you wanted to.
Unbelievable homecoming from Torres. You could not write this script. He went up, left Atletico Madrid, being the darling of the crowd, back in a better way. What a bang. Madrid are out after Torres' 2 goals, and now this goal 40 seconds in against Barcelona.
It's Mascherano put under pressure by Torres himself. It's a wayward pass. Messi caught napping. It's flicked forward. Torres beating Mascherano, all ends up. Nothing Ter Stegen could do. It's a very cool finish indeed, clipping the inside of the post. 1-0 to Atletico, and game on. Ter Stegen plays it out to Jordi Alba. Bit of space now for Alba. Gavi was quickly across. Alba gets away from Raul Garcia. The whistle goes. There was a push. Free kick to Barcelona. Piqué's in the box. So too is Alves and Busquets with the other two strikers, Neymar and Suarez. It's going to be Rakitic curling it into the far post. And a corner for Barca. Oblak stretching. First corner of the game. 5 minutes gone.
Well, Barcelona responded pretty well in these last few minutes to that initial pressure from Atletico Madrid.
Here's Cicada for Atletico. Torres again. Another superb turn. Absolutely brilliant from Torres. Here's Griezmann. Puts it into the box, headed clear by Gerard Piqué, about the only member of the Barcelona defence who's looking like he's got any confidence at all. But here's a great ball through. Neymar, he's got away from Juan Fran, tries the shot, 1-1, Neymar gets it, and the game within the first 9 minutes has got just about everything you could ask. Barcelona now clearly in the driving seat, and that's wonderful counter-attacking football from Barca, who just moments before were really on the back foot.
Those roles reversed there from what you'd expect in Barca versus Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid pushing forward, And amazingly, getting caught on the break. You don't see Simeone's side getting caught on the break that many times, but there was a huge gap for Neymar to run into. Brilliant pass from Suarez. And Neymar, cool as you like. Confident player with as many goals he's scored this season. Coolly slotting it past Oblak.
Yeah, it's not at all easy to finish, but the combination between Messi and Suarez was superb. Suarez with the first touch controlled it, the second saw the gap. Neymar was sprinting into it. That's why these three, when they're on song, really do form one of the most frightening attacking trios in world football. A brilliant finish from Neymar. Oblak, well, it's difficult to know what he could have done there better, really. Tried to narrow the angle, but Neymar found it anyway. 1-1, and no wonder Luis Enrique reacts like that. All of a sudden, it's much more uphill for Atletico. That was well won by Neymar, cleared by João Miranda. Mario, a poor one back. Neymar finds Messi. Messi brought down. That's foul number 2, if not 3. Raul Garcia loses out to Busquets. Messi takes another tumble, takes a roll. It's not like Messi when he goes down, so presumably he felt it. Well, again, a very late challenge indeed. For all my words praising Mario's performances so far this month, he's certainly, presumably, been given the task of keeping Messi quiet and doing it in a rather physical fashion.
And if the referee keeps letting him off the hook, he's going to continue to throw in those challenges. I'm sure Messi won't be too happy about it.
Arda Turan takes it. Torres caught it, and Miranda was very nearly on the end of it. Ter Stegen plays out quickly. There's a chase for Neymar. It's falling for Neymar. The whistle's gone, I think. It's in the back of the net. It's given offside. I'd like to see that one again. Ter Stegen was remarkably quick playing that one out. Well, I think it's difficult to say, because if Neymar had been one step back in his own half, of course he's in a legal position. There, it looked to me as though he might have been online. Not the greatest angle to tell. And Barca looking to just slow things down a bit. There's a bit of a chase for Alves, no problem keeping the ball in play. Arda Turan did well to get a touch to that. Messi, Rakitic, he's got a chase on. Oblak getting there first. It's a very direct approach from Barcelona in these first 18 and a half minutes.
But we have seen Barca playing a different style of football, not as tiki-taka as in the old days.
Busquets losing out, but managing to get away from Torres. In the end, it goes down under a challenge, and I think it was Gabi. Was the correct decision from referee Gil Manzano. That's a good touch from Neymar. Iniesta. Busquets. Dani Alves driving forward. Here's Leo Messi, so dangerous wide on the right. The cross looped in towards Neymar. He manages to get away from Juan Fran. Can't keep the ball in play. Goal kick. Gabi, Raul Garcia, Rakitic heads clear. It's a good clearance too. Beautifully picked up by Suarez. Suarez finding Alves. Messi wide on the right. Messi taking on Cicada. He gets beyond the Brazilian. Messi should get to that. No, he gives up the chase. But again, tremendously direct on the break. Football Club Barcelona. The Calderon voices its disapproval. 21 and a half minutes gone. Atletico Madrid 1, Football Club Barcelona 1.
And again, Suarez dropping deep to pick up the ball and opening it up quickly for Messi, doing that new role.
Got Juan Fran outside him. Here's Juan Fran. Alves sticking with him. Oh, Juan Fran gets past him, pushed off the ball. Play on, says the referee. The home fans outraged at that decision. It did seem quite clearly to be an obstruction.
It looked like a clear obstruction. He nutmegged Alba, he was clean through.
Well, the linesman had the view. It falls now for Griezmann. Iniesta taking his life in his hands there, cleared by Mascherano. Neymar, can Barca get another counter going? Suarez is looking up to see where Messi is. There he is. But instead, he finds Torres. Torres shaking off the challenges. Puts it through for Griezmann. Great challenge from Mascherano, but he hasn't got rid of the danger. Griezmann watching it over the line for another corner. Here he is on the ball again. Inside to Raul Garcia. Griezmann once more. Oh, he finds Torres rather easily. Piqué with a strange little move away from Torres then, but Alves takes it off his feet. Chance for Barcelona on the break again. Leo Messi taking on Jimenez, cuts inside. He's got Mario to get round as well. He gets away from him. And in the end, just doing enough there was Mario. Jimenez plays it out. Great work once more from Arda Turan. Atletico storming forward. In comes the cross. It's not a bad one to Griezmann. On the turn, on the volley. Just couldn't quite get the power behind it. And Ter Stegen, perhaps the most relieved man in the Calderon.
End-to-end stuff there. Siqueira was caught out on his left flank with Barcelona attacking. He got the ball back, went down the other end. Brilliant cross, and Griezmann just didn't put it away.
Griezmann once more. Now Arda Turan. Here's Raul Garcia, Juanfran in a bit of space. He's been really driving at Alba so far tonight. Gets away from him once more. Raul Garcia into the box. Felt certain he'd go down. And I think the referee had a good view. It was clear there was no way through. Here's Juanfran. Raul Garcia stays down. He should really get up because Atletico are in a brilliant position. And he's pointed to the spot. Juanfran goes down.
Point the finger at players, but some players do seem a bit more obvious to penalties. And that from Juanfran, it might be outside the box. There is some contact.
I've got my doubts. To me, that's outside the box, the initial contact. For me, the contact is Juanfran on Mascherano. It looks like he stamps him, but his momentum takes him over and into the box. I think that's, well, we're talking centimetres, but it's not on the line, it's outside. Penalty given to Atletico. That's the only decision that counts, the referee's decision. Luis Enrique is furious. An opportunity for Raul Garcia to get Atletico right back in this tie. Raul Garcia steps up. 2-1. We've got a real cup tie now. There's no chance of extra time. There's no chance of penalties. Everything that happens to decide this game has to happen between now and minute 90. And right now, this is an astonishing game of football. Atletico 2, Barcelona 1, an unstoppable strike from 12 yards from Raul Garcia. And again, Arda Turan trying to start an attack. This could be dangerous. Griezmann, he's got Torres in the middle. Arda Turan joining him. It's a bit firm. Mascherano did well to get back and clear. Now Gerard Piqué playing the ball out. I've very rarely seen Barcelona play the ball out with such long clearances so often over the last 10 years.
And they're just completely missing out the midfield. It's straight from the back two, Mascherano, Piqué, because we haven't seen much of Alves on the right pushing forward either, and it's straight to the front three.
Well, the game plan of Simeone is certainly paying dividends. Rakitic on the ball for Barcelona. Here's Dani Alves. Those three players, Torres, Griezmann and Garcia. Garcia's dropped back a little bit now, putting pressure on Barca's play up. Here's Rakitic. That's a great challenge from Jimenez. Absolutely brilliant challenge from the 19-year-old Uruguayan. Well, the more I see that one, Bruno, the more I'm convinced the referee's got it wrong. If you're going to give a foul, it's clearly outside the box. But I feel the foul is clearly Juanfran on Mascherano.
That's the thing. Both things indicate it's not a penalty. It's outside the box, and it's Juanfran who's stumbled into Mascherano.
Gerard Piqué for Barcelona. Once again, the short passing options are limited, and Piqué sending a long one forward. Suarez underneath it, he picks it up brilliantly, gets into the box, goes down, goal kick. Jimenez and other players of Atletico asking the referee to get a yellow card out for simulating. Difficult to see. Maybe we'll get a replay. Well, there's contact, I think, between Jimenez and Suarez, and maybe the Barca striker
puts his leg across.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if the referee can actually clearly say simulation for that.
That's the thing with the rule book in your hand. If he's saying he's gone down, why is he not bringing out the yellow card?
Here's Neymar. It was a poor one, but it managed to get to Messi. This could be dangerous. Got away from Messi. Suarez trying to link up with Dani Alves, who was perhaps a little slow to see the intentions of his new teammate. Busquets back to Iniesta. Dani Alves. Iniesta leaving it for Rakitic. Took a deflection. That's going to be another corner. Rakitic can't believe how that one stayed out.
Aches of space.
It's well left by Iniesta. And that is a fundamental challenge and block there by the excellent young Jose Maria Jimenez. What a first 37 minutes the youngster's having. Rakitic can't believe. Rakitic back to reality, takes the corner. It's well, it's in the back of the net. Is it Suarez who's got it? Absolutely remarkable. Busquets got his head to it. Barca back in the game 2-2. Pedro with a huge smile on his face. It's Busquets who got the touch and got the ball in, and Arda Turan having a bit of a go with Suarez. Suarez intelligently leaving him alone. In comes the corner. Busquets, and I think that came off Jan Miranda, surely.
He's tried to clear that with a volley, and he's absolutely scuffed it into his own goal.
I'm not even certain Busquets' header was going in the direction of goal. It was going miles wide. That might even have been a throw-in if he'd left it. It's a João Miranda own goal. Barcelona 2, Atletico Madrid 2. Suarez was underneath it. It falls for Mario Suarez once more. And an opportunity here. Cicada bursting into the box. Can he cut it back? Griezmann! What a block! They're claiming handball there. It was too quick to see, but it was certainly blocked by somebody. And now it's Leo Messi storming forward. He's got Neymar and Suarez with him. Also Jordi Alba. Alba, he's spotted him. Alba gets to it. And Neymar makes it 3-2 to Barcelona. That's got to be game over now. Absolutely astonishing. Barca on the counter-attack, playing like the teams they've criticised for so many years.
Yeah, it struck the arm, it's impeded a clear goal-scoring opportunity, or probably a clear goal. So it should be a penalty. And once again, if we go to the rules,
a red card. And instead, Atletico find themselves caught on the hop. Credit to them for getting back. Credit to Jordi Alba for that brilliant cutback. Neymar with a magical little touch. But no wonder Griezmann is annoyed, because that's goal, that's handball, it's penalty, it's red card, and instead Atletico find themselves 3-2 down. You've got to feel a bit sorry for the referee, but that's what he gets paid for. He's got to get that decision right, and for Atletico Madrid fans, that is a tragedy. Jordi Alba's stretch there is brilliant. The little touch from Neymar, astonishing. There's no getting rid of that aspect of the goal.
It's a dangerous game to play, sitting back and trying to pounce on the counter. Wait a second. I think Messi's getting booked for kicking the ball away rather stupidly.
Well, Messi sees the yellow card. Not for the first time this season. That is a superb ball into Alba. Question of whether he's offside, I think no. The touch from Neymar to take it away from Oblak. Well, that's a skill you learn playing beach volley football, really, isn't it? Superb work. But this is the third game this season. It's the first time I've seen Barca pushed so far back. It's not just intensity from Atletico. Oh, a superb touch there from Suarez. Neymar through. Can he go all the way? Lays it off to Leo Messi. Just too firm. You could almost see Messi's shoulders go down as that ball got away from him. Tries to find Alves. And finally, the whistle goes. The end of an astonishing 45 minutes in the Calderon. The crowd makes its feelings absolutely clear in terms of the performance of referee Gil Manzano. Plenty of controversy there. The only important statistic, Bruno, at the end of the first half, the scoreline. Atletico 2, Barcelona 3.
Well, to be fair to the referee, he got one wrong. Well, he got two wrong. He got one wrong in favour of Atletico Madrid, and he got another one wrong against them.
Oh, it's kicking off between Torres and Neymar. Neymar dragged away. Torres wanted to follow him, but got held back as well. Gabi getting involved. Mascherano. Welcome back to the Vicente Calderon. The 11 players in yellow of Football Club Barcelona trot back onto the pitch. Big smile on Leo Messi's face as he chats to Jordi Alba, who seemed to be explaining through gestures something about something hitting his arm. Could that possibly have been the penalty that Atletico claimed they should have been given before the lightning-fast break, which led to Barcelona's third and presumably decisive goal scored by that man, Neymar Jr. Barcelona attacking the goal to the right of your screens, and it's Griezmann who's been replaced by the youngster Saul Niguez. Griezmann, who didn't really have too much to do in the first half. The big star up front for Atletico was Fernando Torres, and well, a big opportunity for Niguez in a game which nobody's going to blame him if Atletico end up losing. Although the Calderon is making a tremendous noise. A lot of controversy. It's a shame, really, because the game offered so much anyway. But you've got to feel now Barca very much in the driving seat. And Gabi has got a red card, according to that. I will have to confirm that. I can't see him on the pitch, I have to say. That must have been for some dissent during the problems when the players were leaving the pitch. Various Atletico players were surrounding Neymar. Meanwhile, Barca on the attack. Here's Rakitic. Gets it back from Messi.
Oh, sorry, Sam. I was just going to say, I think I am counting 10 players on the pitch. So, and Gabi isn't there. So I'm assuming we didn't see something in the tunnel or something as they were going off the pitch. I'm assuming Gabi's been sent off. Well,
that's certainly what we're being told. And, well, this could get a little nasty if that is the case. We are confirming that Gabi has been sent off. And that has to be for what happened after the break. There's a yellow card for Arda Turan, who seemed to throw his boot off the pitch. It did appear to be a Rakitic handball there. And Arda Turan, fortunately that one didn't clip the linesman on the head.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He's very lucky that did not.
Well, you have to feel a bit sorry for these Atletico players. That's been a tremendous effort they've put in over the opening 45 minutes. We've been seeing that much talked about unity between the fans. Iniesta, Neymar, Alba, Iniesta again. Messi. Well, a tremendous attempt from Neymar, didn't quite fall for him. Juanfran plays it out. Loses his footing. Play on, says the referee. It's Neymar. Suarez. Poor control from the Uruguayan, who recovers well. Alves in support. Firm challenge from Guillermo Siqueira. And Dani Alves stays down, and the Calderon voices his disapproval. But no doubt, seeing that replay, you can see how Siqueira drags his leg through, catching Alves on the inside of the calf, and Torres catching Ter Stegen. But pragmatic as ever, Luis Enrique, and Barca did exactly what they needed to do. Brilliant work from Messi, gets it back from Neymar, and in the end it's semi-cleared by Juanfran. And blocked well by Jordi Alba, who can feel that, but it set up an opportunity for Leo Messi. Brings the ball under control superbly. And Suarez directly at João Miranda. Good opportunity there for Suarez to add to his limited Barca tally so far. The attack isn't over. Messi Sergio Busquets to Iniesta. Neymar. Iniesta again. Leo Messi. There's Jordi Alba. Iniesta. Beautiful flick over towards Suarez. He battles for it. And very nearly surprising Oblak. There was a tremendous challenge between Suarez and Jimenez. And Jimenez got to it. Suarez, well, showing his awareness of where the goal is at the very least. Goal kick.
You've got to be a special player only to think about coming up with that. Not a lot of players would even have that in their mind.
Jeremy Mathieu just passed a fitness test earlier. Well, he's about to come back on after 3 weeks out. And a great opportunity for Luis Enrique to get nearly caught by Torres. Torres a little bit annoyed with himself for not getting the challenge in sooner. And Barca starting now to look like the Barca of old. Much more horizontal than in the first half when, well, it was about as direct as you can get. There's Gerard Piqué. Mascherano. Neymar. It's crashing into Garcia. And that's well won by Cicada because Dani Alves was on it. Rakitic covering, throw into Atletico. Neymar felt that. Well, in fact, it's Games. But certainly the Atletico players were particularly annoyed with Neymar at the end of that first half. Many of the players from the bench, Games included, not going to be taking it out on him if and when Atletico are knocked out of this year's cup competition. One in the air by Garcia. Neymar, not the most popular man at the moment. Alves did well. Here's Messi. It's a good ball, well intercepted though. But it was Atleti who edged that in the first half. Suarez back to Rakitic. Get the impression that for Barca, an opportunity in this second half to try and get some goal-scoring confidence for their number 9, Suarez. Messi holding on to that despite the challenge. Free kick given. Cani with the foul on Leo Messi. The referee not interested in the advantage, blew the whistle.
There's one thing I really like about Messi.
Well, this is so disappointing for the home fans after that spellbinding first half. It's well won there, though, by Cani. Torres gets away from Busquets. Here's an opportunity now. Still Torres. Raul Garcia with him. He lays it off wide. Games with the cross. Busquets got a good head to it. It falls to Cani. And he forces a superb save. The danger not over. Garcia goes down again. That's a surprise. In the end, it's going to be a corner in favour of Atletico. That's the first moment in the second half, Bruno, where Atletico have actually created something, and a tremendous shot from Cani, forcing a fine stop from Ter Stegen.
That sparked the crowd into life, which they needed a little bit as they'd gone a bit stale.
But yeah, it looked more spectacular when we saw it first in slow motion. As you can see, he's...
I'm sure he'll get a good photo out of it.
Yeah, I think he was taken by surprise by the power of that shot. Gerard Piqué helping him out. Torres quick to spot the chance of causing some danger. Good work there from Neymar. Rafinha. Neymar lays it off to Messi, who miscues it and hits it straight down the throat to Jan Oblak.
And we're not used to seeing Messi not put that away. And more so against Atletico Madrid, he's scored 22 goals against in his entire career. No other side has been more on the receiving end of Messi's brilliance in front of goal. Fernando Torres, having him back and in form and confident for this second half of the season is a massive asset, and that's the most positive thing I think Simeone can draw from this game.
Yeah, certainly Torres and his almost mythical status with the club. Here's Alves controlling that well, and a really poor attempted cross in the end, easily defended by Atletico. But that almost legendary status of Torres when he got that first goal, the same as the very early goals against Real Madrid in the previous round, it gets the fans believing that the miracle is possible. Of course, the disappointment or the negatives for Simeone are going to be that lead and that feeling, yes, we can do it, lasted barely 8 minutes. Inside the final 10 minutes, Messi dropping deeper to pick this one up. Saúl looks as though he wants to swap shirts with Messi before the final whistle. Messi again. Through the middle, it's a great ball. Iniesta, a lovely first touch. Great stop from Oblak. Pedro. And Oblak gets down again. A sublime first touch from Iniesta. A glorious pass from Messi. And perhaps Miranda just did enough to put Iniesta off.
Good recovery from Miranda. Got back. Wow, pulled him back maybe. I was going to say got back remarkably well, but obviously aided a little bit by a tug of the shirt on Iniesta.
Torres, ball cleanly taken from him from Andres Iniesta. Here's Leo Messi. Just a little change of pace there. He's brought down another yellow card, this time for Cani. The problem is it's so difficult to know how to stop Leo Messi. Busquets takes the free kick. Here's Dani Alves, champions. Credit to the fans for sticking by their side. And, well, fortunately perhaps for them, as Iniesta chips this one in, headed clear or semi-clear by Jimenez. Falls for Dani Alves. And that one goes into Rosed. So much more impressive going forward, the Brazilian. Torres wants it. Turning Mathieu. Gets a bit of support, but not quite enough from Cani. Barca on the break. Luis Suarez. Well, they're not in any mood, Barca, are they, to really harm Atletico? It was 3 against 3 for a moment there. Rafinha, however, with a tremendous run. Pedro driving it in, blocked by Miranda. And a free kick given for Rafinha's jump on Raúl Garcia.
It's difficult. It's difficult to put into words, but
isn't the most pleasant to watch. Messi with the cross, picks out Pedro. Pedro lays it back for Iniesta. It's like a stroll in the park for Barcelona now, of course. Park full of... There's a driving shot from Iniesta. Gets some consolation from this. It's Luis Suarez playing it out. He's being shadowed by Cani. Good work there from the youngster Jimenez. And a fine challenge from Gerard Piqué to take the possibility of a last-minute equaliser off the toe of Fernando Torres' boot. Simeone clearly pleased with the reaction of the fans, the support of the fans, the fact that Atletico have at least managed to maintain the scoreline as they're now playing with just 9 men. But really, the referee could have pity on us all, and he does. The whistle goes. Football Club Barcelona go through to the semi-final of the Copa del Rey. For Luis Enrique, well, he'll be delighted that none of his major players have picked up any injuries in an almost unnecessary second half. A bit of a tragedy in a way, Bruno. The first half was so electrifying. Just such a shame that the second half should have been nipped in the bud before it even started, with Gabi sending off.
Yeah, those opening 30 minutes or so, it looked like we were setting up ourselves for an absolute classic in Spanish football, or European football, world football, whatever you want to call it.